Hey guys, it's Quartet of the Deck Profile. This is my Musketeer Stride Legion. I'll get to the strides later, or why it's actually able to stride. But anyway, I use the grade 3 searcher, but mainly because of versatility purposes over the Risa Legion starter. You gotta wait till you're in Legion and then you can sack her. Granted, she gives you a plus, but sometimes you'll come across decks that pop zeros or back rolls or locking or what have you. So anyway, my zeros. Well, in order to remain aggressive, you have 8 crit for the new Allen crits. It's real good for unflipping 2 damage just by calling him by another Musketeer's effect. I have 4 heal because I want to live, and I still run 4 draw, mainly because that next card could really help for defensive purposes, or could have been that grade 3 I needed because the grade 3 searcher failed. You could also run the stand trigger if you want to run a completely aggressive build. I have done well with that at my locals, getting first place. You just have to play really aggressively, real rush. So my grade 1, I run 2 of the limit break enablers. Pilko, she's a Musketeer, so that's always a plus. You could also run in her place 2 Rebeccas for correcting columns. I just feel that for my grade 3 Elvira, she can really put in the rush game, cause some cards to come out of hand really fast. But anyway, 2 Quintet Walls and 2 PGs for when I don't want to commit too much hand and for when I need to guard. So for America, when you shuffle your deck, she becomes a 9K booster, so that's always good. In 3 10K attackers, Ruth, she's always been a great help to me for when I can't get an Augusto, or for early game pressure, for 10-10, or if you get the stand triggers, stand plus 5, 15 attacks. So great use. I run 3 of the Legion mate Saul. His effect, when during the turn that you Legion, you can put 3 normal Musketeer units to the bottom of the deck and draw 1, even if the attack doesn't hit. He's just mainly there for Legion. 4 of Sylvia, you call the top card if it's a Musketeer, you call it to rear, and 100% of this deck is Musketeer, so there's never a problem. Real good grade 2 rush with this card. 4 10K attackers, 12K attackers. You really can't go wrong with that. And 2 Kai Vaunt for fixing columns. And oh man, I got a draw trigger. Kai Vaunt fixes the problem. And grade 3. I run 3 Holly Musketeer Elvira. I feel that she's better than Cecilia, even with her stride. Her stride really doesn't add on but so much pressure, other than getting rid of 2 Musketeers and calling 3 from the top 5. And those could be nothing but triggers. So it's like now if you call, again, if you have those stand triggers, then it's not all bad, but it eats up counterblast. But anyway, with the limit break enabler, she becomes a beast for whenever you call a Musketeer by different cards effects. She can get a crit by counterblasting, so you can like pile on the crits. And if your opponent is grade locked at 0, 1, or 2, and you can get at least 2 or 3 crits on her. If your opponent's hand isn't all there, but 2 crits is at minimum what you want to put on there, depending on the situation. And then we got 4 the boss monster Vera. She does everything every other Musketeer should be doing, and that's sacking a Musketeer and calling a Musketeer from the top 5. She gives every Musketeer on the field +3 when she legions, and then you got to keep re-legioning and it's hard to do that when you can't draw into her, since you're only drawing 3 cards per turn. But because of the draw triggers instead of the stand triggers, it's all possible. And now my strides. My do is pretty much the main reason you can run stride in Musketeers now, because you can get your grade 3s back whenever you're in Legion. That a heart of 10,000 or less kicks in, so that's really helping. I got 1 Primavera for whenever I come against Kagero or Narukami or anything that destroys my field and I need cards back. I'll try to hold at least 1 Augusto and Mirka in hand, and then call them after I stride. You know, hopefully I got the counterblast. Anyway, counterblast 3, put 5 normal units to the top of the deck and discard a card, then call 2 of each card that you have on rear guard. So if you tap Augusto and Mirka, you can call 2 Augustos and 2 Mirkas, and then that goes the shuffle effect for Mirka. So you have, you know, 2 fresh 21k columns, you know, regardless of where they hit. And for Jingle Flower Dragon, for when I don't want to keep releasing and keep getting just a +6, +3 to everything. If I can, you know, if things work out to where I use Primavera and, you know, somehow get a Mirka and, you know, get another Mirka in my back row. So that's 3 Mirkas in back row. Use Jingle Flowers effect. Everything gets +6. So if I also manage to shuffle my deck as well, Mirka is going to be a powerhouse swinging, boosting for 15. So, you know, Musketeers are going to be swinging for some scary numbers, assuming you can get the proper cards, however you manage to do so. Anyway, that's my deck. I will be posting more. Hope you guys liked it. Comment, rate, and subscribe. Give that like button a big old mash for me.